Hey everyone, welcome back. In this part, we are going to create the UI and our score system. So let's get started. So we are going to right click in the hierarchy, go to UI and create our text mesh pro. This is going to create our canvas and the text element. Let's rename this to score. And let's click on the canvas and set the UI scale mode to scale with screen size. And our screen size is going to be 1020 by 1920 for our base resolution since it's portrait mode. And this score will go at the top, and we are going to give it a padding of -1, basically -150. Let's do it -250 from the top, and we are going to give it a size of 200. Let's just make the 0 for now, and we are going to center align it. Once it's center aligned, hit the save button, and next we are going to create our manager, basically our score manager. So right click, create a new script. Let's call this our score manager and open it up. This is going to be a singleton class, basically a singleton script. So we are going to say public static score manager instance, and in the awake function we are going to say that if instance is null, then we are going to set the instance to this. And inside our score manager, we are going to create a function called public void increment score, and this is going to increment our score by 1. So at the top we are going to create a private integer current score started from 0, and here we'll say current score plus plus. And also we need a method to get our score, so we'll say public integer get score, and this is simply going to return my current score. So this is it for our score manager, and now we need to attach this score manager to an object in the hierarchy. So let's create one. Let's just call this manager, and all our managers are going to be attached to this one object. Let's drag and drop our score manager here. And also we need a way to update this UI. So for that purpose, let's create a new script, and let's call that UI manager. Open it up. This is also going to be a singleton. Public static UI manager instance, and in the awake function we are going to do the same. If instance is null, then instance is equal to this, and here we need a reference to our serialize field, basically the text mesh row UGY. This is our score UI, and we are going to say here public void update score UI, and simply we are going to say that score UI dot text equals my score manager dot get instance. Since it's a singleton, get score, and we'll add this, convert it into a string. So this is going to update my score. And when do we want to update our score? We will do that inside our player controller when we hit the wall, because the collision is handled over here. So on collision enter, if we hit the wall, reverse the direction, and simply on wall hit, we'll say that score manager dot instance dot increment score. And once the score has been incremented, we want to update the UI as well that is present in the UI manager. So let's call that here as well. So UI manager dot instance dot update score UI. So first we update the score, increment it, then update our UI. Hit the save button. Let's go back to Unity. And on our manager, we will also attach the UI manager to it and drag and drop our score UI here. Hit the save button, hit the play button, and our score is 0. When we hit the wall, it becomes 1 and the UI is being updated. So our current code is working and we have used singletons to do it really simply. We can also use events and actions, but let's keep it simple for now since this is a simple game. Next, we are going to add our custom font to the game. Let's go to our browser. So we'll use this font called Urban Shadow and hit the download button. Once this font has been downloaded, we are going to import it into Unity. So let's create a new folder called fonts. And we are going to go into our Explorer, downloads, and find the font. So this is our font. We are simply going to drag and drop our urban shadow.otf over here. So we have imported this font. Then in order to create a text mesh pro asset, we are going to go into Window, Text Mesh Pro, Font Asset Creator, and drag and drop our font here. Let's do that again. Text Mesh Pro, Font Asset Creator. Let's just select it from here. This one and generate font atlas. Save. Hit save. And that's it. Now in our scroll script, we are going to use the Urban Shadow font. And this is italic, I think so. Oh yes, I used the wrong one. So let me drag and drop the sans serif. Let's create the font asset again. Generate, save, save, close, and drag and drop the sans serif STR. Okay, this is okay. Our score is going to be 0. And let's reduce the opacity to 150 and change the size to 400 and the Y position to -300. Hit save and let's reduce the opacity further to 100. Okay, this looks good. Now let's hit the play buttons. So our score is updating. Our font has also been added to the project. Next, we need to add a little bit of difficulty to our game, which is basically when our score is greater than 5. Basically on the score of 5, we will increment 1 spike, meaning we'll spawn 4 spikes, then 5 spikes, and so on. We'll have a lower and an upper limit as well. Let's get started. So we are going to open up our score manager script. And what we wanted to do is basically if our current score is greater than 5, meaning an increment of 5 will introduce one new spike, basically increasing our difficulty. So let's do that inside our spike spawner. Let's go to our spike spawner, and we are spawning spikes over here. Then let's look at our other scripts. Our wall holder is spawning spikes on each wall, and here we are enabling spikes, and the number of spikes is basically 3. It's a hard-coded value. So what we can do is basically on each wall hit we can check our score and return a value based upon our score. So let's create that. So here we'll say that private integer get spike count based on score, and this is going to be basically integer my current score spike, basically score manager dot instance dot get score, and here we are going to say that if the current score is less than 5, less than or equal to 5, we are going to return 3 spikes, basically spawn 3 spikes. Else, if our current score is greater than 5 and current score is less than 10, we will return 4. An easier way to do this would be to say that if current score percent 5 equals to 0, meaning the remainder is 0, we will increment or the number of spikes we want to spawn. So here we'll say number of spikes plus plus, and we'll create a private integer number of spikes spawning starting with the value of 3, and each time, and here we'll return number of spikes, and here we'll say get spike count based on score, get spike count based on score. So instead of the if else, this is a better way to do it, but you can use if else if you want to. But here I want to have an increment of 5 and then basically increase the number of spikes. So let's go back to Unity, hit the play button, and let's test this out. We have 3 spikes, so on an increment of 3, we should get, we already have 4 spikes. So on the next increment, we should get 5 spikes. We have 5 spikes. On increment of 10, we should get 6 spikes. We still have 5 spikes. It has become 6 now. This looks okay, but I think there is a small bug. Let's see what that is. So initially of number of spikes is 3. We get the current score, which is 0. 0% 5 is equal to 0, which will make it basically increment it once. So we'll say that if current score is not equal to 0 initially, hit save, and this looks okay now. So our spikes are going to increase as our score increases. Next, when we hit a spike, we want the player to basically stop moving, indicating the game is over and the player has died. So on collision enter, we will basically say that in the player controller, private pool is dead equals to false. This is basically a boolean variable to say if the player is alive or not. And on collision enter, we'll do this if it's a wall. And if it's a spike, we'll say spike equals to collision dot GameObject dot get component spike. Let's create the spike script. So here we'll create a mono behavior script called spike, and we are going to attach this spike script to our prefab. And inside our script we say if it's a spike, if wall is not null, meaning we hit a wall. First we should check the spike. If spike is not equal to null, and here we should check else if the spike is not equal to null, we say is dead equal to true, and we will say that rigid body or linear velocity equals to vector 2.0. Rigid body is kinematic. Basically we will make this kinematic dot let's see how we set is kinematic. I think they changed it a little bit. So player rigid body dot body type dot body type is equal to kinematic. Rigid body 2D dot kinematic. So this is how we make it kinematic. And let's hit the save button. Let's go back to Unity and hit a spike. So the ball has stopped moving and it's currently kinematic, and our add is dead has become true. So we have our score system, our difficulty system, and that system. Next, we are going to add our game UI, meaning the menu, and some particle effects, basically to increase our game feel and the player feedback. We are also going to implement local save using player prefs. So I'll see you in the next one.